So what's up, man? Do I take these scholarship offers or what?
Man, that's a good question. Because on one hand, you can go to, where you going, Kansas or something like that?
Kansas, I got offers everywhere.
So on one hand, you can go somewhere like that, and you can go and wrestle like you want to do on your scholarship. But the problem is, let's say you spend 2 years there, 3 years there. There's a couple things, right? It's going to be more bills than your scholarship can maintain. So you're going to have to take some sort of debt, or you're going to take a loan somewhere or something like that. So you're going to owe money when you come out of there. They have a way of upselling. You may not think now, but they have a way of doing you that way. It's like a whole machine that they built. The second thing is, so you're going to have debt, and then you're going to have 2 or 3 years where you don't work. And even if you work, you're just trying to cancel out the debt, so you're not getting ahead. And so you're going to come out with like a huge gun to your head, right? You're going to come out with an amazing amount of pressure. You're going to be in debt. Heaven forbid you get some chick pregnant or something like that, for real. You know what I mean? Like, these things we have to think about as an adult, right? So you come out of college, let's just say that you make it through there, and I know, you don't knock it, you handsome devil. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit could happen. You gotta be careful. Zip it up, Matt. So anyway, you come out of college, you got debt, right? You got time that you don't have savings and stuff, right? So now you got to go learn. You've learned the information. Now you got to go learn a skill. Okay. It's just going to put a lot of pressure on you, right? And anything that could change along the way. Maybe you got to move across the country, or you got to leave college. You don't get a job right away. You got to move in with your parents again, or so, dude. It's just lots of risk in that they don't tell you about. Or let's say the flip side. Okay. You stay at a place like here. Let's say that you work for like $10 an hour, right? I wouldn't do you that way, but let's just say that you work for like $10 an hour here, right? And so for the same 3-year period, okay? You're just a pretty smart guy. If you work for me for 3 years, do you think you're gonna learn something?
Yeah.
Right? Do you think that if you went to another job after 3 years with me and you showed them the resume of some of the things that you might have done over the 3 years with me, you think they'd probably give you a shot? Especially someone in this industry, right?
Definitely.
Right, so now all of a sudden you've learned a niche working with me inside of a specific industry, in our internet marketing industry, for example, or software industry, right? That if you go to now, you show up over at, let's say Solera over here, huge software company, right? And you say started working at a startup on day one, helped take the company to $50 million, played key roles in this parts, which would all be true because you would learn how to be a good salesperson and presenter for the next job from me, right? Right? And you go in there, no degree, but you have experience in the systems that you've learned here, dude, they're going to give you that job, and then you don't have any debt, right? If that's what you wanted to do, then you don't have any debt. Then you don't have a pressure, and guess what else you have? What? 3 years of making a minimum $10 an hour, 40 hours a week working over here while you're getting that experience without you having to pay me back for it, right? Now, if you go to college, you're working, and then you're paying back the information. With me, you get to keep your money. I'm going to pay you the money. You get to keep it, and you get to stack it up. Right? Live like you're poor. Don't fall for all the Instagram, social media shit. I didn't get this Rolex till I was 40 years old, man. Don't fall for all that. Right? Like, you guys in your 20s, y'all don't even know how to fuck right yet anyway, so you ain't got to try to impress people. It gets better when you get older. Just trust me, man. Y'all always on your damn phone too, man. We're over here talking about some serious shit.
2 weeks and you always on your phone too.
Yeah, I'm always on my phone too, man. Shit. All right, well, I'll leave that part alone. But I don't think you should go to college. Right? Like, advice to any high school kid that's ever asked me, I think the best thing that ever happened to me was I left and went to work at 17, okay? They wouldn't give me a credit card. They wouldn't give me a student loan. They wouldn't give me a mortgage. They wouldn't even give me a car loan, right? So I had zero debt, not because I was a smart, responsible individual, but looking back, I see how I got here. I didn't have any debt, which means nobody pulled the puppet strings of what I had to do. I didn't have to take a job. I could go start my own thing, right? And so the other thing was, I had time. So by the time I was 17 and you'd be 21, 22, graduating high school, I'd already been working from 17 to 22. I have 5 years of saving up money, building up credit and everything else, and no debt. So by the time you come out, my expertise, I got 5 years of learning skills, right? So my expertise was desirable. At the time I was working in the car wash industry, I could get a job at any car wash as general manager in the country. You know what I mean? Because I had that real world experience versus coming out of college. Now I paid for the information and I got to go find the experience. So you're better off here, man. And I know a lot of people that have had mentors that become millionaires. I know a lot more people who have college degrees that ain't millionaires. You know what I mean? So think of it that way. So what you gonna do, man?
Guess I'm gonna stay.
That's what I'm talking about, dog. Good.